Hey, I didn't see you there. Had a question for you. When did we all collectively start deciding that these things were cool again? Just wanted to know. Last time I checked, I remember a time when people would make fun of people for having these headphones. Because all of a sudden, every bitch has them. It's a crisis, it's an epidemic, and I want to explain why. I was in college. I was walking around, going to school every day, and I was like, oh my goodness, people are so cool when they have their headphones in. So let me get a pair of headphones. And so I buy AirPods, they work here, I can take them to the gym, I can do whatever, right? Then I lose my second semester. And I'm like, oh my fucking goodness, where am I gonna get headphones? These bad boys are gonna come in handy because 1, I'm broke, 2, I don't have the money to buy AirPods again, and 3, so I go to the store, I get them. Everyone has these wires. Everyone's walking down the street with wires, business people are walking with wires, kids are walking with wires, college people are walking with wires. Everyone has fucking wires. And I'm like, so do y'all wanna be me or what? And so it got me thinking, and I was like, why does everyone have wires? I just wanna know. Let's get to some cold hard facts first. Let me just say, evidence is everywhere. It's literally everywhere. Celebrities have been wearing them. Literally your favorite influencer has been wearing them. Everybody and their mom's mom has been wearing them. No one is safe. It is an epidemic. Get well soon. And there's no cure. Yes, like I said, these headphones that you're seeing, that you can't escape them, you won't be able to get away from them, and that's okay. But the thing is, this is not the first time that these have came on the scene. This trend actually started back in 2021, surprisingly, during COVID, you know, kind of at its peak and its height. And there was TikTok videos, articles, I was reading through them, sifting through them all, and I was finding them and just talking about like comeback of wired headphones are making a comeback, all these different things. And I just found it very interesting. It kind of plays into the whole thing of like trends just get recycled, just, you know, cycles back again and again, which is just very interesting to think about. Like we've been through many of these cycles before, but somehow we forget about them collectively as a society, as a group. And they come back and it's like, oh my gosh, this is the most newest thing known to man. This is like literally the next best thing by fresh bread. Like, doesn't make any sense. But if we looked at the trends beforehand, you would know that this would make sense, and that obviously it was gonna have time for it to come back. Honestly, I wonder if that says something about the generation though, because collectively as a generation, if we forgot about this already that long ago, insane. It's literally insane. We have the memory of a goldfish. How can you not remember this? Yeah, I had AirPods back in 2021 and I was not thinking about wires or rocking wires, and I swear I didn't remember seeing anyone with wires, so I may be the problem also, but don't shoot the messenger. I'm just here. Even brands like Skims or a brand that I've never heard of, Jane Wade, I don't know. Yeah, they've used wired headphones in their promotional ads and, you know, their clothing things just to like add as accessories and things of that nature, and kind of got me thinking, I wonder if this is playing into that kind of like Y2K kind of aesthetic, like we're coming back to the 2000s in a way, but we'll get into the why in a second. Literally just like a second. I know, back in the bed, just big as a house. Yeah, there's just some observations that I've just noticed that I just want to mark down. If you have any other observations, feel free to put it down. I will read them because I'm just very curious as to why you think maybe that these are here. Let's just start. Number 1, we already know what's going on in this country. We know, but we are currently in a recession. We are there, we're in her. They're just really expensive. Everything's really expensive. These were expensive. Like, do you guys remember when these used to come with the phones? Obviously, they stopped that a long time ago. Now you can buy them separately, like $25 plus tax, you know, almost $30. AirPods, $100, and then upwards from there. For things that are probably not gonna work in like a few months, a year, 2 years. Just waste of money, waste of time. Everything being so expensive, like rent, groceries, existing in the world. No one has money to pay for anything and everyone needs money to afford stuff. So it's like just a cycle that just keeps getting created, and it's like, hello. So why am I gonna pay so much money for a pair of AirPods? Like, does that make sense? This is theory number 2. Also, I'm not gonna move anymore. I'm done moving. So yeah. Theory number 2. I think we are just nostalgic for a time period that we really didn't get to experience for real. I just noticed this a lot. There's just like sense of nostalgia just with everything. 2015, 2016, 2014, the early 2000s, the 1990s, the 80s. There's just a sense of nostalgia that a lot of my generation has for a time period that they were not alive for, or really not as conscious for, that they don't really remember for real. Or if they do remember it, it's like older generations remembering it for them, and then they're like, oh, I remember this, I remember this. And I'm not saying we don't remember everything. Like, I definitely remember 2016, 2015, even 2014, like very vividly. I remember all the different things, the music, colors, everything smelling good. It was a great time. My time was had. And let's go to the club and pop our booze. Having these wires hallmarks back to a simpler time when things were more physical. You were actually in the present. You were in real life. Like, social media was a thing, but it wasn't like constantly taking over everyone's life. It was there, but it wasn't like always there. You could get around still. Yeah, and I think we just crave that. Theory number 3. This one I don't really work with for real, but I feel like it needs to be talked about, it needs to be added, so I'm gonna add it in. This is the whole cool girl effect, the whole cool girl theory. Like, you want to be cool, you want to be different. In short, AirPods and headphones that don't have wires have just become too mainstream for these people. And so what do? They're like, I'm gonna go anti-AirPod and I'm gonna start wearing my wires to be different, to be cool, to be underground, to be like, oh, I'm mysterious and different. Okay, like I said, I'm not moving out this bed, but here's the 4th one. It's for the aesthetic. It's for the aesthetic. You You understand? You get it. Something about the wires, they really pull outfits together. They make them unique. They make them different. They make them cute. Even if it's the most simple outfit ever, it just adds like a zhuzh, you know? Like the girl from Polar Express, like her little pigtails and her like little nightgown. 8 down. She's the aesthetic. She's the blueprint. Like put her some wire headphones on and she's that girl. You understand? You get me? You get me. Wires 9 times out of 10 always elevate the outfit. I don't know what it is. They just do. They just do. Somehow, everything always comes full circle. We spent literally years making fun of people who had wires when the AirPods came out. Like, they had you, and they were gonna cover you, and you were getting made fun of. Trust, you were getting made fun of. And I remember even people coming around and like cutting their headphones just to make freaking AirPods for themselves, to pretend that they had them. And I was like, you're not fooling anyone. We can see. People are kind of like low-key acting like they discovered like some new type of like extraterrestrial life. People were like calling them vintage and stuff like that. Like, ooh, this is like a vintage accessory. It's vintage. I feel like people want to slap vintage on everything just to be like, ooh, these are different, these are not mainstream. I don't know, the speed at which we have gone full circle is honestly so impressive. What does this all mean? I don't really know what it means, but we're gonna figure it out. Something nice about not having to worry about charging your headphones or where your headphones at. With your wires, like you always know that they're gonna be tangled up, but you know where they're gonna be. You know, wired headphones don't die on you at the worst possible time. Like you never hear them, and they work. I know, revolutionary concept, they work. But I don't know, maybe it's just like we're all tired of everything being smart, being connected all the time. People are just craving a simpler time when people actually had a personality, when people actually didn't copy everyone else, when people lived and marched to the beat of their own drum and actually went out of their way to talk to people and did all these different things and weren't consumed by their cellular device. And I would subscribe to that type of ideology of going out of my way to talk to people. Very difficult sometimes, but because you never know where it could lead you. Obviously I can discern who's a stranger, who's not, who's gonna take me, who might kidnap me. You never know. It's a lot of crazy people in this world. So kind of leads me to a question. Us going back to wired headphones, is it because we generally prefer them? Is this a practical choice? Or are we just like trying to be hipsters that want to feel special? We wear. And kind of more importantly, what happens when wired headphones become too mainstream again? Okay, so I'm done talking now, and I feel like I've extended my life forces on this topic. It's just kind of my analysis of why everyone is wearing wires again. Was this needed? No. Did I want to make it? Yes. Is this the recession? Is this nostalgia? Is it just people wanting to be cool? It's probably all the above, honestly. Like, I'm not gonna lie. A mix of everything, I really feel like. I'm just kind of wondering, what's your take on this? If you have a take. If you really don't have a take, don't respond. If you don't have anything to say, but don't respond either. If you have something to say, or you just want to hit me with a positive dose of who you are and what you serve, do that. Because I love, genuinely, real talk. Let's get real for a second. Real talk, I love listening to your comments. I love reading them. They make me smile. They make me laugh. And I love commenting back to you guys, building this little community or whatever that we're building up here. But yeah, that's all I had to say. Have a good day, Earthlings. And yeah, good luck, Charlie. Okay, goodbye.